Welcome back to Barrel Brothers on the sneaky set, where today we'll be prepping these guys for colour. Valves. These are the most common ones we use. These are very similar to the original SSR ones that they put in XR4s. That's a slightly longer version, which I think I might use in this case just to get me up a little bit away from that surface. As you imagine, you're going in there to pump the thing up, and the last thing you want to do is scratch your lips. So that one keeps it fairly down close to the surface. This pops it up a little bit higher. So I think that's the one we're going to use. Anyway, you can see like the width of this is very close to that distance there. So it's just about dead on actually. 15 millimeters. And that's damn near 15 millimeters across there. So it's going to be a pretty tight fit. So I've got to get this pretty much bang on in the center. Let's give it a go. Yes, pretty good. I think we'll go up slightly from where that is. But that's in the center of the slot. I'm just going to fraction up on that. It's all about the details, folks. Probably a little high, that one. But we can fix that up and I'll show you how. First one we put in from the front. Actually, that's not too bad. But, you know, if it was a little bit off in any direction, you can actually fix it up from the back by just going at a little bit of an angle. The main hole, 10.5. That's actually the gap around that, or where it steps in on the rubber there, is 11 millimeters. So we go 10.5 so it squeezes it in a little bit. And then clean it up with my little gizmo. Look at that. Nice little chamfer around the edge. There you go. Ready for some colour. Still haven't decided on that centre ring either. Anyway, it doesn't concern us right now because the powder coat will come out the same colour anyway, but I'm going to do it with a bit of plastic. See, then I'd have to powder coat the plastic the same. Wonder if I get Miles to 3D print me some with some that'll clip in. There's a thought. And then I could sand them back and paint them, colour match the powder coat and paint them. I can easily paint stuff with orange peel in it. All right, let's get rip into it. Gold on the Phantoms is looking great. Of course, this has got to be, this is just out of the oven, so it's still a bit hot. This needs to be clear coated as well. The metallics, when you powder coat, they need to be clear coated as well, but my idea is I want to clear coat the whole wheel anyway. Alrighty, so now we're on to these guys here, and they've got their own set of problems. We're doing, well, they're both easier and a lot harder. The easy part comes in, the only bit we've got to tape up is the back because everything's going white. The harder bit is everything, front, back, inside, outside, except for that plate there, is going white. And then when we've done that, then we have to do the red in the writing. Oh joy. As I said, easier and harder. We've got to make sure that we've got a good coating of white all over everything. The trick is going to be getting the red in there and not anywhere else. So we're going to have to tape up. Once we've got everything white, then it's come back and do the red over the top, and a lot of the time we can just wipe all that off, but you've got to be careful with the red. Will go everywhere, like on everywhere, so we've got to be real careful. This is going to be fun. And that is done. So when I've got to clean up the lips in a little bit yet, but when we have this hung up, I've got to be careful going white around the edge there because the hook could, you know, we end up with a not covered part there. But yeah, basically I just need to clean all this up. There's a bit of noise going on in the background because it's not Sunday, it's Monday. Because on Sunday I went CBF and my son had given me a copy of the first 3 Ratchet and Clank, like a trilogy on PlayStation, so I stayed home and played that most of the day. So anyway, so they've been through and everything's nice and dry and cooked out. Now we've got to get this clean because that's gold and there's black down here, and we're going to white, so we need everything spotless before we start. So I'm going to have to get out the vacuum cleaner and clean everything. Okay, we're going to do them two at a time. This is the spotless now. We've got the light in the gun ready to go. So we'll do them 2 by 2. The trick is here that getting them in and out of the oven without touching anything, because they're going to be powdered everywhere, is going to be actually quite tricky, but we'll give it a go. I've never actually done a whole wheel in one colour, so yeah, this should be interesting. Okay, here we go again. Oh, okay. Now we just wait for this to come up to temperature and give them about 15-20 minutes and then we should be go. That was stressful. Since you bump anything, the powder comes off, and yeah, so you've got to be real careful. So imagine doing that with like an 18-inch one piece or something or other. Difficult. So the two in there, we're just waiting for the temperature to come up. It's not far off now. Once that hits where we want it to be, then we'll give it 20 minutes. While I've been waiting for that temperature to come up, we've done the other two. Now we're just playing the waiting game basically. We get to a certain point, those two come out, these two go in, and we go through the same process again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blotchy. Damn it. Blotchy on the lips. We might have to redo that. Well, it's come out a bit blotchy on the lips, a little bit on the centre too, so we might have to go over that again. Damn. So we're going to have to give those another coat before we put the red on. What if we do the red at the same time? Anyway, bum. Okay, so the second pair is about to come out. What I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm not going to worry too much. You see there's blotchiness here and on the back. Who cares about that? What I want to do is redo here and here on these two. I'm presuming that the other two in there are going to come out pretty much exactly the same. So I'm going to fire up the old powder coater again and just do basically the faces and the lips and cross my fingers and hope for the best, and we'll put them back in again. See if these ones come out the same as the first two. Yep, exactly the same. The first two, you might have seen me, I powder coated them. We're going to re-powder coat the faces on these ones too, just the faces. We don't have to worry about the back, it doesn't matter. Inside the back of them is actually surprisingly good, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, we'll get this up to temperature and bash them through again. These ones here are still a little hot, so we'll let them cool down a bit, and then we'll prep them to go in after the other ones that are in there once we take those out. So crossing my fingers that these ones come out well. What I think with the problem is, it has that sort of splashy look like something is coming out of the inside of the alloy, but they've been cooked out on Sunday morning when I had a case of the lazies, and then again on this morning, Monday morning, so they've been cooked out twice. They should be fine. So I'm thinking that maybe I just didn't put enough powder on them. So put more on and see what happens. Just cross my fingers that these come out well, because I don't have the gear to take all that powder coat off again. We've just recoated the other two waiting out here. Let me look at that. You see, nice matte colour, so that should go gloss, but we've got a good coverage there, which is the main thing. And it looks like it's filled up all the little divots, and that one's up to temperature. So we're just waiting for that to heat the wheel through, and then they can come out and these guys can go in, and I hope when those ones come out that they're good. Alrighty, so we've got our fingers crossed for this one. Much better. A little bit orange peely, but much better. Right, these ones go in, get them up to temperature, cook them. Those are much better. I thought I was going to be right royally screwed then, I'll tell you. With these, now all we've got to do basically is cool them right down, tape them all up so we can put the red on there. And then they're done. They do look good in white though, I've got to say. Alright, second tour out. One of them's pretty good. One of them's still a little bit lumpy, but there's not much we can do about it at this stage of the game. What I've started on doing is taping up for the red. I've got to cover everything over, and yeah, that's the next fun bit. We've got these all, well not all of them, but two of them taped up, ready to apply a bit of red. Yeah, I'm not 100% how I'm going to do this. I know, because I mean red's going to go everywhere, and that's the problem, is I can't vacuum. I need to wipe it. If I vacuum it, I'm liable to vacuum it out of the letters as well. It might have to be a bit of a combination of the two. Let's give it a shot. Quite a bit trickier than expected. Every time I go to, it's wiping it out of the letters as well, so I think I'll just persevere. Well, after a fair bit of screwing around and thoughts of maybe attempting the impossible here, they're not too bad. They're still, I can't, the powder just won't go in a couple of places. This is about as good as I'm going to get it. Chuck it in the oven and give it a shot, I think. Of course, attempting this and operating camera gear, I've now got red fingerprints all over everything. I'm the culprit. Gotta say though, it does look good. This is only the first one. I've got 4 of them to do. Jeez. Don't do this without gloves. I can't think of another way to do it. I can't do it without taping it all up. Well, just keep plugging away with it, I suppose. It looks like the hot setup is to tape it up like I have, like cover it all over, and then put your powder on, tape it up so the powder doesn't go everywhere. Like put your colour on, and then like vacuum the excess off the covering, peel that all off, and then very carefully, if you go like this, your finger goes into the letters and it wipes a little bit away. Once you've peeled it off, you're screwed, because you can't, unless you suck it all off and start again. And who wants to do that, honestly? There's 2 in there at the moment. We'll see how they go. I think I'm going to have to tape these ones up anyway, but I think that's the way to do it. You do it with the back of your fingers, you do it with the front. This is too soft, this part of your fingertip, and it like bulges in there. But if you do it with the back of your finger, it doesn't work out too bad. And a rubber glove. Damn, it's fiddly though. Better freaking come out looking good. There's going to be hell to pay. First 2 out of the oven, and yeah, that looks pretty good. You can see the little gaps where it hasn't quite gone 100%, and here where some powder's bumped out, it must have been as I put it in the oven. A little bit down here too, but I think we should be able to clean that off. I'm pleased with that. That looks really good. And that's it for this episode. So in the next episode we'll be doing the final assembly on these guys, and might even put some tyres on them. We still don't have a car to put them on, but yet a couple of weeks away, but we'll see how we go. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next episode of the Sneaky Secret Set, which isn't really that sneaky or secret anymore. You had like 6 or 7 episodes. That's by the by. This is what they're known as, with the Racing Harts. Thanks for watching. See ya. Damn it. Yeah.